Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, August 3rd, 2015. There are no significant impacts expected for the next few days. We do have some lightning moving north into Idaho beginning today through the middle of the week, but most of these storms will be on the wet side, and where they're on the dry side, they'll be very isolated in nature. An increase in initial attack is expected, but the potential for new large fires is still somewhat low. Lightning activity was fairly widespread over the mountains of central and eastern Utah, with some pretty good precipitation amounts observed, with rain continuing into the morning hours across northern Utah. Initial attack was light yesterday. This morning's water vapor imagery shows that area of low pressure and deep moisture moving northward through northern Utah and northern Nevada up into Idaho today. This will shift the focus of showers and thunderstorms northward to portions of eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and northeast Utah. Drier air is beginning to move into the southern portions of the Great Basin. Large fire potential has decreased significantly over much of Utah in the wake of those wet storms from yesterday and overnight, but the dryness remains across western Idaho and western Nevada. Temperatures cool off today across the north with the increased cloud cover and higher relative humidities. The highest precipitation amounts today are expected over far eastern Idaho, southwest Wyoming, and maybe into northeast Utah. Elsewhere across the region, thunderstorms will be more isolated in nature. On Tuesday, the moisture decreases somewhat for really just isolated thunderstorms possible across portions of the northern half of the area. Temperatures will remain close to normal for the time of year. I'm really just looking for some isolated thunderstorms across northern portions of the area. Overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday, a low will track quickly across the Pacific Northwest and northern Rockies, bringing a chance of showers to the mountains of central and eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. Drier air will continue to move into western Nevada and the southern Great Basin. Temperatures will remain cooler across much of the region as that low moves through, and the central and eastern Idaho mountains may see a chance for some wetting rains. Dry air will quickly move in behind this low, and by late Wednesday, the thunderstorms will be decreasing. On Thursday, dry air spreads throughout much of the region for generally sunny skies and a decrease in thunderstorm activity. On Friday, another quick low tracks across the Great Basin. This will bring a chance for some thunderstorms across much of the region, particularly Nevada and Utah. These thunderstorms will probably be accompanied by some precipitation, but they may be moving fairly quickly and could result in new initial attack. The moisture moves up into Idaho on Saturday, with dryness returning to Utah for the weekend. By Sunday, dry southwest flow will continue across the southern Great Basin, while relative humidities may stay a little bit higher across the north. The air mass across the southern Great Basin will become quite dry, with relative humidities dipping below 15% once again, and this will cause our fire danger to increase across those areas. Forecast precipitation amounts for today through Wednesday are going to be highest over the east central Idaho mountains, far eastern Idaho, and western Wyoming, with dryness returning to the southern Great Basin. In the Thursday to Friday time period, we'll see some moisture being drawn up as that low tracks across the Great Basin for another shot of showers to the mountains of Utah and portions of northern Nevada. Fire danger is beginning to come down across much of Utah as a result of the recent rains there. Fire danger still remains quite high over the west central Idaho mountains, where relative humidities are low and temperatures are quite warm. Over the next few days, we'll see that fire danger decrease somewhat as increased cloud cover and a chance of some isolated showers will move into that region as well. The extended forecast going into the second week of August is calling for a warm and dry signal across much of the Great Basin. The ridge of high pressure looks to strengthen over the Great Basin, which is a more typical pattern for the month of August. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.